Okay, so today we're going to be talking about something a little bit new. I've decided to start a new project. This project is going to be a shawl or a blanket, something to keep me warm in the winter months. Because I have all these little scrappy bits and I want to turn them into something. So what I've decided to do is take my biggest needle, and I'm using like DK weight yarn. And I'm just doing a very basic knit stitch. And then every time this is in the back of my thing, I increase. So it's going to increase this way and stay straight on this side. But it's going to work up really fast because I'm using the large needles. And then when I reach what I think is my midway point, I'm gonna go back and start decreasing. But I've been working on this for like 10 minutes and I'm actually getting somewhere. Like, no lie, that's like 10 minutes. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches. I started with 3, so 3 minus 9. I've only done 6 rows and I've already got this much done. Now I have tons of yarn to work through. So I don't know how big this thing is going to get. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, we'll see how it ends up. It could end up being, it's going to end up being a triangle of some sort. Yeah, it's going to end up being a triangle of some sort. But maybe I'll have enough to do a second triangle and then meet them in the middle and make a square. I mean, that's something that I could do. But right now, it's just something because I wasn't feeling any of my other projects. I just wasn't. I finished a couple of projects, which you'll be hearing about later in this video. But yeah. So yeah, it's my new project I just started. Very simple. Just need to cast on 3 and then do an increase. You could do it at the front or you could do it in the back, wherever you're comfortable with it. And then just change yarn. Whoops. And then you can just change yarn whenever you run out of yarn and the colors will change. And that's pretty much it. And I'm just going to work my way diagonally until I feel like it's long enough. And then I'm going to work my way back diagonally. So it should end up being a pretty interesting looking garment. But we'll see. I will update you guys in for what you is a second. Okay, so I said it would be like an hour, but it's been 2. And I have this much done. It's going to be a very loose weave. But I knew that going in. That's why I chose these longer things. And I'm having to double up some fabric or some yarn. And so I'm just kind of chilling with it. I dropped a stitch over here, so I made a big old mess. But it doesn't matter. That's just the way it's going to be. So we'll see how it turns out. But right now, I'm pretty impressed with the progress after 2 hours. Let's see where we are next time.
Well, we've reached day 2. And I have made quite a bit of progress. That's day 2. I think I will be finished this shawl in the next day or so. I think using the larger needles has really sped up this project. And I actually like the holiness of it. It's cute. It's going to be a lighter wrap, but I'm down. I've been alternating lighter colors with heavier colors. So now I'm on red. It'll be fun. See you later.
Okay, everyone, we're back with another update on the shawl. So, I have made it all the way to the end. And then I did 6 rows, and now I'm starting to decrease. Yes, I've decided to update you when I'm in the middle of a row. But yeah, so I've reached my desired length. Did a couple of rows of just straight across, and now I've started the decrease. So the whole garment will kind of look like this, with this 5-point hanging down in the back. Now, why didn't I do a more rounded point? Is I like a solid point at the back to keep it stabilized. So the way it's going to sit is kind of like a shawl. And this will be the front part on this side. And then a little bit of purple will show. So, yeah, that's how far I've gotten so far. My red is where I've decided to go back, start my decreases. Just giving you guys an update. Well, everyone, as you can tell by the lighting, it is a little bit later in the day. And so the sun has gone down. But has started to go down. But I thought I'd give you guys an update. I've changed colors again. And you can start to see where the decreases have started. And this is going to make the triangle shape in the back. It's not quite where I wanted it to be at the halfway point of the red, but sometimes you play yarn chicken and sometimes you get caught. That happened to me the other day. If you watched my live stream, I think on the 7th or something, I got caught. I lost yarn chicken. I often lose yarn chicken. I don't know why I keep playing, but yep, so that's as far as I've gotten. It's been a day and a half where I've spent most of it knitting. I really am liking using these big needles. The only problem with them is that they are heavy and they keep dropping out of the work. I have to go through and pick all the little stitches and put them back on the thing. That's my only downside with this, because the yarn is not heavy enough. Because it's quite a thin yarn, giving me quite a holy appearance, which is what I wanted. I wanted something that was a little bit sheer. You know, I wanted something that was a little bit lighter. So, but these are a little bit heavier. We're going to continue working on, see if maybe we can finish this project as a 3-day project. Because I thought it was going to be a 2-day project to use up some yarn scraps, which it has. It's used up quite a lot of yarn scraps. You know, 5 of them. But I'm going to keep going, use up some more yarn scraps, and maybe I'll make a second one. Because I was considering if I attach one more to the long side, and then these would become my sleeve, like over the shoulder bits, and this would become my base in the double section. I don't know. I have yet to decide. I know I do want to use up a lot more yarn, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm back to knitting now. Talk to you guys in what for you will be a second, and for me will be several hours, if not days. Hey everybody, just checking in again to let you know how far I've gone. I have a full-on corner to my, I don't know, what do you call this? I knew the word shawl. And I realized that I told you guys I would start decreasing, but I didn't say how I would decrease. So it's a knit two together. I just wanted to update you guys on that. It is a knit two together. And my increase was I don't actually know how to say it. It was a knit one, twist the yarn, and then knit another one in what's left of the yarn. I don't remember what that's called, but that's what I was doing. And so I will continue doing this until I am finished. So now I have my straight line, which is over here, which leads to my point. And then, so we're about here on the other side. We're about here on the other side, which means we don't have that much left to go. So I'm going to keep going and then let you guys see how it turns out in the end. All right, guys, we're an hour into day 3 and I am finished. All right, are you ready to see it in all of its glory? So it is a very light and airy shawl. Yeah, so I am very much a fan of it. It'll just be a nice like throw over piece where I can just sort of be like, oh yeah, I'm just like chilling. I just wanted a little bit of shoulder comfort. I'm super excited. It came out really, really well. I really like the colors. And since I made it out of scraps, it's basically a free garment. I'm thinking about putting a button like here so it almost looks like a cardigan with just like a flappy. Yeah. I'm very much a fan. I did not go through all my scraps. I was expecting this to like take all my scraps, but because it's such a light and flowing garment, I still have a ton of scraps. Now I've considered making a scrap knit dress. Maybe not this light because it's kind of like gonna show off things I don't wish to be shown off. But that might be my next project, knitted project. I have 5 or 6 crochet projects on the go right now, but only one knitted project. And that knitted project is difficult. It's not an easy project. It is a project that I need focus. I need to pay attention. But I could probably do a dress. Gonna have to purl. But that's okay. You know, I'll figure it out. Yeah. I mean, I could do it in the round up until the top. See how it goes. I definitely won't be using the biggest needles that I own because there's just a little bit too much see-throughiness for me to want to wear it as a dress. Here where I doubled up, even where I doubled up the yarn, there's still quite a lot of things on show. Now, do I want to make this one color? Do I want to make it striped? I do kind of like the random stripiness where we have a base color kind of where we do light and then dark colors. And here I was mixing colors with a base color.
We'll see what comes next. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been a wonderful time actually showing you how I put together this garment. I know it's a simple little shawl, but this is the first time I've actually shown the process. So thank you for sticking around with me. If you like this, like and subscribe. The more likes and subscribes I get, the more likely I am to do another full project. Not reveal, but kind of tutorial type thing where I show you the whole project as it works up. All right. Have a nice day.